I'm sitting across from Maya at our kitchen table, watching her tap numbers into her calculator. She's always been careful with money, almost obsessive about it. Our apartment is small but clean, filled with second-hand furniture we've collected over 5 years of marriage. She looks up and smiles at me, that warm smile that made me fall in love with her in college. "Marcus, we need to cut back on groceries this month," she says gently. I nod, even though my stomach tightens. We've been cutting back for years now. Maya works as a senior accountant at Sterling and Associates, a prestigious firm downtown. I'm a middle school science teacher. Combined, we should be comfortable, but somehow we're always just scraping by. She closes the calculator with a satisfied click. It's all for our future, baby. Retirement won't fund itself. I reach across the table and squeeze her hand. She's right, of course. Maya's always thinking ahead, always planning. That's what I love about her. She's responsible, mature, thinking about our golden years, while I'm still worried about making it to Friday. I trust her completely with our finances. She's the expert, after all. Before we continue, I would like to know where you're watching from in the comment section. Also hit the subscribe button and share this video, as this will help this video to travel far, so others can learn also. Friday night. I'm grading papers when Maya comes home late again. Her face is flushed, eyes bright with something I can't quite name. She's been working longer hours lately, staying until 7 or 8 most nights. Big audit. I ask, setting down my red pen. She nods quickly, dropping her designer purse on the counter. Wait, designer purse? I blink, looking again. It's definitely new, definitely expensive. Louis Vuitton, if I'm not mistaken. My confusion must show because Maya laughs nervously. Oh, this? It was a gift from my boss, Mr. Sterling. He gives all the senior accountants something nice after tax season. She hangs it carefully in the closet. Something feels off, but I push the thought away. Maya wouldn't lie to me. Later that night, I check our joint account on my phone. The balance makes my heart sink. We have $800 to last 2 weeks. I know Maya has her own savings account for retirement, the one she won't let me access. She says it's better if only one person manages it, keeps things clean. I trust her. I have to. Saturday morning, Maya's phone buzzes on the nightstand. She's in the shower, so I glance at it without thinking. The message preview shows, "Last night was amazing. Can't wait for next week, Daniel." My blood runs cold. Daniel? Who's Daniel? I sit frozen, holding her phone. The water shuts off. I quickly set it down, my hand shaking. When Maya emerges wrapped in a towel, I'm pretending to scroll through my own phone. "Morning, baby," she says, kissing my forehead. She smells like expensive soap, the kind we definitely can't afford. "Who's Daniel?" I ask, trying to sound casual. Her body stiffens for just a moment. "Daniel Sterling, my boss's son. He works in the investment division." "Why?" "Just saw a message notification," I say. She picks up her phone, reads it, and laughs. "Oh, he's talking about the company dinner next week. Boring work stuff." She disappears into the closet to dress. I want to believe her. I really do. But doubt has planted itself in my chest like a seed. Monday afternoon, I'm at school when my colleague Derek corners me in the teacher's lounge. "Marcus, man, I saw Maya this weekend." He looks uncomfortable, shifting his weight from foot to foot. My stomach drops. "Where?" I ask, though I'm not sure I want to know. Derek takes a deep breath. "At that new restaurant downtown, Marcello's. She was with some guy. They looked close." The room tilts slightly. "What do you mean, close?" Derek describes a man in an expensive suit, someone young and confident. They were laughing, sharing wine, and Maya touched his hand across the table. "I thought maybe it was a work thing," Derek says weakly. "But it didn't look like work." I finish my classes in a daze. When I get home, Maya's already there, cooking dinner like nothing's wrong. I watch her move around our tiny kitchen, humming to herself. Should I confront her? Ask about Marcello's? But what if Derek was wrong? What if I'm being paranoid? I decide to wait, to watch, to gather facts before jumping to conclusions. That's the scientific method, right? I start paying closer attention. Maya's phone is always face down now. She takes calls in the other room. She's bought new clothes, nice ones, but tells me they're from clearance sales. The retirement account she's always talking about, I've never actually seen statements. Wednesday evening, I suggest we look at our retirement plan together. I'd love to see how much we've saved, I say, keeping my voice light. Maya's smile falters. Marcus, you know I handle that. Don't you trust me? Of course I trust you, I lie. I just want to understand our financial picture. She sighs, looking hurt. Baby, I'm the accountant. You teach science. Let me do what I'm good at, okay? We have almost $60,000 saved. We're on track. $60,000. That should make me feel better. But she won't show me proof, won't let me see statements. And that doubt grows bigger. At night, I lie awake beside her, wondering if I'm going crazy. Maybe I'm just insecure. Maybe Derek saw wrong. Maybe I'm destroying my marriage with baseless suspicions. But deep down, I know something's very wrong. I do something I'm not proud of. Thursday, while Maya's at work, I search our apartment. I'm looking for bank statements, account numbers, anything that proves this retirement fund exists. I check drawers, closets, even under the mattress like some detective in a bad movie. What I find instead makes my blood boil. Hidden in a shoebox in the back of her closet are receipts. Dozens of them. Expensive restaurants, hotels, jewelry stores. Dates going back 6 months. None of these places are ones we've been to together. The amounts are staggering. $300 here, $500 there, $1,000 charge at Tiffany's. My hands shake as I photograph everything with my phone. There's more. A spa receipt for couples massage. A hotel bill from last month when Maya said she was at a conference. Credit card statements for an account I didn't know existed, with a balance of $12,000. I sit on our bedroom floor, surrounded by evidence of betrayal. Financial infidelity at minimum. Probably worse. The woman I trusted with everything has been lying to me for months. I confront her that night. I spread the receipts across our kitchen table like evidence at a trial. Maya's face goes white, then red. You went through my things, she demands. That's a violation of privacy, Marcus. Privacy. I'm shaking with anger. What about honesty? What about our vows? Where's the retirement money, Maya? She tries to explain, words tumbling out fast. The receipts are for client dinners, company expenses she'll be reimbursed for. The hotel was legitimate work travel. The spa was a gift from a grateful client. Show me the retirement account, I say firmly. Right now. Pull it up on your phone. She can't. She claims the app is down, the website's being updated. She'll show me tomorrow. Every excuse sounds hollower than the last. Who's Daniel? I ask quietly. Her face crumbles. I told you he's my boss's son. We work together. That's all. But her eyes won't meet mine. I realize I've been living with a stranger. This woman who I thought was saving our future has been spending our present on someone else. I don't sleep that night. I lie on the couch, staring at the ceiling, processing everything. In the morning, Maya tries to apologize, but I cut her off. I'm calling the bank, I tell her. I'm finding out exactly what we have. She panics, then really panics. Marcus, please, just give me time to explain properly. But I'm already dialing. When I reach our bank's customer service, they confirm what I feared. Our joint savings account has $800. There is no retirement account in both our names. Check under just Maya Thompson. I say, my voice hollow. The representative comes back after a moment. Sir, I can only discuss accounts you're listed on. But I can confirm no account exists, with both names you provided. Maya is crying now, but I feel nothing. Just cold, spreading numbness. I call Sterling and Associates next. I ask to speak with Mr. Sterling himself. His secretary transfers me after I insist it's urgent. Mr. Sterling, this is Marcus Thompson, Maya's husband. I need to know if your company reimburses for personal expenses. There's a long pause. I'm sorry, what expenses? Mr. Sterling sounds confused and concerned. I explain about the receipts, the hotels, the restaurants. There's another long silence. Mr. Thompson, our company has strict policies. Personal expenses are never reimbursed. And we certainly don't give luxury gifts to employees. My heart is pounding. What about Daniel Sterling? Your son. Another pause, longer this time. Mr. Thompson, I don't have a son. I have 2 daughters. There is no Daniel working for this company. The phone nearly slips from my hand. Maya is watching me, tears streaming down her face. Who is Daniel? I ask her again, my voice barely a whisper. She breaks down completely then, sobbing into her hands. The truth comes out in broken pieces. Daniel isn't her boss's son. He's a client she met 8 months ago, wealthy and charming. It started as lunches, then dinners, then more. He's been funding her new lifestyle, the purse, the clothes, the spa days. She wanted to feel special, wanted, appreciated in ways she claimed I wasn't providing. The retirement fund was a lie. She'd been spending my teaching salary on bills while using hers for Daniel. I feel like I'm drowning. Everything I believed about my marriage, my wife, my future, all lies. So there's no savings at all? I ask numbly. Maya shakes her head. Worse, she's been using our credit cards, running up debt I didn't know about. We owe $23,000. How could you? I ask. She tries to reach for me, but I step back. Marcus, I'm so sorry. It just happened. Daniel made me feel alive again. You're always at school, grading papers, talking about your students. When's the last time you really saw me? Her words are like knives. She's trying to make this my fault. So I didn't pay enough attention. And that justifies lying? Stealing? Cheating? She flinches at the last word. I never slept with him, she insists. It was just emotional. Just dinners and gifts. I laugh bitterly. Just emotional? Just thousands of dollars of my money spent on another man. I grab my jacket. I need to leave, to think, to figure out what to do next. Maya calls after me, begging me to stay, to talk more. But I'm done talking. I stay with my brother Kevin for a few days. He lives across town in a cramped studio. But right now it feels like a palace compared to the prison of lies I've been living in. Kevin listens to everything, his face growing darker with each detail. You need a lawyer, he says flatly. And you need to protect yourself financially. He's right. I spend the weekend documenting everything. Screenshots of bank accounts, photos of receipts, a timeline of Maya's deception. I even hire a private investigator. Spending money, I don't have to confirm what I already know. The investigator's report arrives Monday. Daniel Chun is a real estate investor, 35, single. He and Maya have been seen together at multiple locations over 6 months. Hotel security footage confirms they've rented rooms together. The emotional affair Maya claimed was just friendship? Physical proof says otherwise. I feel sick reading the report. The woman I married, who I trusted with everything, who I defended against my own suspicions, she's been living a double life. And I've been the fool funding it. Tuesday morning, I go to Sterling and Associates. I ask to meet with Mr. Sterling directly. His secretary tries to turn me away, but I'm persistent. Finally, he agrees to see me for 10 minutes. I show him everything, the receipts, the credit card statements, the timeline of Maya's deceptions. Mr. Sterling's face grows grave. Mr. Thompson, I appreciate you bringing this to my attention. Our firm has a strict ethics policy. If Maya has been misrepresenting company business or using her position inappropriately, he trails off, but I understand. This could cost Maya her job. Part of me feels guilty. She's been the primary breadwinner. Without her salary, she'll struggle. But another part, the part that's been lied to and betrayed, feels nothing but cold satisfaction. I thought you should know, I say simply. Mr. Sterling assures me he'll investigate thoroughly and discreetly. As I leave the building, I feel lighter, somehow. Not happy, not vindicated exactly, but like I'm finally taking control. I'm not the victim anymore. I'm someone fighting back. That evening, Maya calls me 17 times. I ignore every call. Finally, she texts, Marcus, please. Mr. Sterling called me into his office. I'm being investigated. You did this. How could you? I stare at the message, feeling nothing but cold resolve. I text back, how could I? How could you? I block her number after that. Kevin watches me with concern. "You okay, man?" he asks. I nod, but truthfully, I'm not okay. I'm angry and hurt and betrayed. My marriage is over. My savings are gone. I'm in debt because of someone else's selfishness. But I'm also free. Free from lies, from manipulation, from wondering if I'm crazy for questioning things that don't add up. The next morning, I meet with a divorce lawyer. She's sympathetic but practical. Given the financial infidelity and your documentation, you have a strong case. We can likely get the debt assigned to her, possibly even recoup some of what was spent. I signed the retainer agreement with shaking hands. 5 years of marriage, ending in a lawyer's office. This wasn't how I imagined my life going. Word spreads fast. By Wednesday, people at school know something's wrong. I tell the principal I need a few personal days. She grants them without questions, her eyes full of sympathy I don't want. I spend those days at Kevin's apartment, piecing my life back together. I open a new bank account just in my name. I cancel all joint credit cards. I change passwords on everything, email, social media, streaming services. Every shared piece of our life needs to be separated now, disentangled like vines that have grown together too long. Maya's fired on Thursday. I find out through a mutual friend who still works at Sterling and Associates. Apparently, the investigation revealed not just the personal deceptions, but also some questionable expense reports from months prior. Mr. Sterling had no choice but to let her go. She's been escorted out of the building with a box of personal belongings. I should feel bad. Instead, I feel numb. She did this to herself. Every choice, every lie, every betrayal. Those were her decisions. I'm just the one who finally stopped enabling them. Friday, Maya shows up at Kevin's apartment. I have no idea how she found me, but she's standing outside when I return from a run. She looks terrible, eyes red, hair unwashed, wearing sweatpants I recognize from our closet. "Marcus, please," she begs. "We need to talk." "We have nothing to say," I reply, trying to move past her. She blocks my path. "I lost my job because of you. I'm being evicted. I have nothing. Daniel won't return my calls now that I'm not working anymore. Please, just hear me out." The irony isn't lost on me. The man she betrayed me for has abandoned her now that she's not useful. But I feel no satisfaction, only exhaustion. You made your choices, Maya. You lied about retirement savings. You spent thousands on another man. You betrayed every promise we made. Those consequences are yours to bear, not mine. Her face hardens. You're really just going to abandon me? After everything we've been through? I almost laugh. Abandon you? That's rich. Kevin appears in the doorway, seeing the confrontation. "Maya, you need to leave," he says firmly. 16. She leaves, but not before screaming that I'm heartless, that I'm destroying her life out of spite. Neighbors peer out windows, drawn by the commotion. I feel humiliated all over again. Kevin puts a hand on my shoulder. "She's desperate," he says. Desperate people lash out. That night, I can't stop thinking. Was I wrong to tell her employer? Should I have just divorced her quietly? But no, she was misrepresenting company expenses, lying to her boss. That wasn't my fault to expose. It was the natural consequence of her lies. Still, doubt creeps in. Did I act out of justice or revenge? I call my lawyer Saturday morning. She reassures me. "Marcus, you reported unethical behavior to an employer. That's not revenge. That's doing the right thing. Don't let her manipulate you into feeling guilty for her choices." Her words help, but the guilt lingers. Sunday, I finally return to our apartment. I need to get my things. Maya's there, sitting in the dark. The place is a mess, dishes piled up, clothes everywhere. She looks up when I enter, hope flickering in her eyes. "Marcus." "I'm just here for my stuff," I interrupt. I start packing methodically, clothes, books, my laptop, personal items. Maya watches silently for a while, then starts talking. She tells me everything. How she met Daniel at a company event. How he made her feel beautiful and interesting. How the gift started small then grew. How she knew it was wrong, but couldn't stop. I never meant to hurt you, she says. I felt invisible in our marriage. You were always so focused on your students, your lesson plans. When's the last time you took me out somewhere nice? I stop packing and look at her directly. Maya, we couldn't afford to go out somewhere nice. Or so I thought. Turns out, we could have if you weren't spending our money on Daniel. She flinches. It wasn't about the money. It was about feeling valued. I shake my head. No, Maya. It was about selfishness. If you felt invisible, you should have talked to me. Instead, you lied for months. You stole from us. You destroyed my trust. I zip up my suitcase. That's on you, not me. As I'm leaving, Maya says something that stops me cold. I'm pregnant. I turn slowly. What? She's crying again. I'm 6 weeks pregnant. It's yours, Marcus. I swear it's yours. The timeline proves it. My mind races, doing math. 6 weeks ago, we were still together, still intimate occasionally despite the distance growing between us. I don't believe you, I say, but my voice wavers. Take a paternity test, she pleads. When it's born, test it. You'll see. Please, Marcus. Don't abandon your child because you're mad at me. I feel like the floor is tilting. A baby? Now, in the middle of this nightmare? If you're really pregnant, we'll deal with it, I say finally. But that doesn't change anything between us. We're still getting divorced. Her face crumples. How can you be so cold? This is your child. I lean against the doorframe, suddenly exhausted. You should have thought about that before you destroyed our marriage. A baby doesn't erase lies, Maya. I leave her sobbing in our apartment. As I drive away, I see her in the rearview mirror, standing in the doorway like a ghost. Kevin's not surprised when I tell him about the pregnancy. Of course she'd play that card, he says cynically. Marcus, she's desperate. Don't let her trap you. But what if it's true? What if there's a baby? My baby? I can't just ignore that possibility. Monday, I'm back at school, but barely functioning. My students notice I'm distracted. During lunch, the principal pulls me aside. Marcus, whatever's going on, take all the time you need. Your well-being matters. Her kindness almost breaks me. I nearly cry right there in her office. That afternoon, I get a call from my lawyer. Maya's lawyer contacted us. She's proposing a settlement. She'll agree to take on all marital debt if you agree to withdraw the divorce petition and work on the marriage. I nearly laugh. She thinks I'll stay because of debt? What about the baby? She mentioned pregnancy. My lawyer confirms. That complicates things legally. If there is a child, you'll have obligations regardless of the marriage status. Reality sinks in. Even divorced, if that baby is mine, I'm connected to Maya forever. I agree to a paternity test, but only after the baby is born. My lawyer advises it's the safest option. Maya's furious, wanting me back now, but I won't budge. If it's mine, I'll be a father, I tell her through my lawyer. But we're still done as a couple. Weeks pass. I move into my own small apartment, starting over with almost nothing. I sold my wedding ring, a beautiful gold band that cost me 2 months' salary. Got $400 for it at a pawn shop. Every time I look at my bare finger, I feel the loss. But I also feel lighter, like I've shed something that was weighing me down. Maya tries reaching out multiple times. Text messages, emails, even letters to my school. I ignore all of them. My lawyer handles everything now. She's officially unemployed, living with her parents, stripped of the lifestyle she'd built on lies. Part of me pities her. Most of me doesn't. At school, I throw myself into teaching. My students become my refuge. Explaining photosynthesis or chemical reactions gives me purpose when everything else feels meaningless. Derek checks on me regularly. Guilty about being the messenger who started my unraveling. 3 months after everything fell apart, I'm actually doing okay. Better than okay, actually. I've picked up tutoring jobs on weekends, saving money for the first time in years. Without Maya's secret spending, I'm discovering I make enough to live comfortably. Not lavishly, but comfortably. It's a revelation. I've even started dating, though nothing serious. Just coffee here and there with a teacher from a neighboring school. It feels strange at first, learning to trust again. But slowly, cautiously, I'm opening up to the possibility that not everyone is like Maya. That honesty exists in relationships. Maya's 6 months pregnant now. She sends me ultrasound pictures through my lawyer. A baby girl. I stare at those grainy images, feeling a complicated mix of emotions. If she's mine, I'll love her. I'll be the father she deserves. But I'm terrified too. Terrified of being tied to Maya forever, of having to co-parent with someone who destroyed my trust. My lawyer prepares me for custody arrangements, child support calculations, all the practical realities of shared parenting. It's overwhelming, but I'm managing. One day at a time. The baby is born in February, a tiny girl Maya named Sophie. She sends pictures, a wrinkled, pink little face with dark eyes. She has your nose, the message says. I stare at that photo for hours. Is she mine? She could be. Or she could be Daniel's, though Maya swears they never went that far. The paternity test is scheduled for when Sophie is 2 weeks old. Those 2 weeks are the longest of my life. I find myself thinking about her constantly. What if she is mine? What if she's not? Which answer do I actually want? It's confusing and emotional in ways I didn't expect. Finally, the results arrive. I'm sitting in my lawyer's office, hands shaking as she opens the envelope. Marcus, she says gently, you're not the father. The words hit me like a physical blow. Relief and grief wash over me simultaneously. Relief that I'm not tied to Maya forever. Grief for the daughter I'd started imagining, planning for, hoping to know. Are you okay? My lawyer asks. I nod, not trusting my voice. She continues, this actually simplifies your divorce considerably. No custody issues, no child support. You can move forward cleanly. I should feel free. Instead, I feel hollow. That little girl I'd seen in pictures, who I'd imagined teaching to ride a bike someday. She's not mine. She's Daniel's, which means Maya lied again. She claimed they never had sex, but obviously they did. Around the same time she was with me, creating confusion about paternity. More lies, always more lies. I sign the final divorce papers in March. The marriage is officially over. Maya gets saddled with all the debt, as agreed. I walk out of that courthouse feeling lighter, but also profoundly sad. 5 years of my life, gone. Trust, shattered. Dreams of family, evaporated. But I'm also free. Really, truly free. No more lies, no more manipulation. No more wondering if I'm crazy for questioning obvious red flags. I sold my wedding ring months ago, but that feels right now. That ring represented promises Maya never intended to keep. Better to pawn it and use the money to build something real, something honest. Kevin throws me a divorce party, which feels weird but also cathartic. A few close friends come over, we eat pizza, watch basketball. Nobody mentions Maya. We just exist in the present, laughing at stupid jokes, enjoying simple pleasures. Spring arrives, and with it, a strange sense of renewal. I'm teaching a unit on metamorphosis, how caterpillars transform into butterflies. The metaphor isn't lost on me. I'm emerging from my own cocoon, different than before, but maybe stronger. The kids are fascinated by the life cycle, asking endless questions. Their curiosity reminds me why I teach, why I love this job, even if it doesn't pay much. One afternoon, I run into Mr. Sterling downtown. He recognizes me immediately. Marcus, I want to apologize, he says. I had no idea what Maya was doing. If I'd known, I would have intervened sooner. I shake his head. It's not your fault. She was very good at hiding things. He tells me Maya tried to sue for wrongful termination. The case was thrown out immediately. Too much evidence of her misconduct. She's working retail now, struggling to support Sophie alone. Daniel wants nothing to do with either of them. Karma, Mr. Sterling says simply. I don't disagree. As we part ways, he adds, you seem like a good man, Marcus. Don't let this experience make you bitter. His words stick with me. Today, a year after everything fell apart, I'm sitting in my own apartment. It's small but truly mine. No lies lurking in closets, no hidden receipts, no joint accounts hiding empty promises. On my desk is a framed photo of my students from last year's science fair. Next to it, a coffee mug that says World's Okayest Teacher. Simple things that make me smile. My phone buzzes. It's a text from Rachel, the teacher I've been seeing. Nothing serious yet, but we're taking our time, building trust slowly. She wants to know if I'm free for dinner Friday. I text back yes, feeling genuinely happy for the first time in forever. I don't have much money. My apartment is modest. I drive an old car and shop at discount stores. But I have peace. I have honesty. I have myself back. Maya's lies cost her everything. Her job, her marriage, her dignity. They cost me my ring, my savings, my trust. But what I gained is something she can never understand. The knowledge that I'd rather have nothing honestly than everything built on lies. I think about Sophie sometimes, wondering what she'll be like growing up. I hope Maya tells her the truth someday, teaches her that integrity matters more than appearances. But that's not my responsibility anymore. I'm free, and that's worth more than any retirement fund Maya ever pretended to build.